What's up, y'all? I'm back again. Hold on, y'all. Let me fix my tripod. I don't know why it looks slanted or something. I don't know. Maybe not. All right, y'all. What's up, y'all? Tasha checking in with another Let's Talk About It segment. And y'all, I know I just did a live on my Life After Lockup review, but y'all, I gotta get my lives out, y'all. My life be busy, busy, busy. Normally, my Let's Talk About It is really a video instead of a live, but I was like, let's just go live and talk about this situation, right? And so, this live is going to be Let's Talk About It, and we are going to discuss Being Anxious for Nothing featuring Lauren and Orion from Married at First Sight. Now, first of all, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. We're on a push to reach 1,000 subscribers, so go ahead and do that for me. And let's get into this Let's Talk About It segment. My Let's Talk About It are not long videos. They are normally like maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, depending on how we get into the topic, okay? So, we're going to discuss Lauren and Orion. First of all, if you've never watched Married at First Sight, the show is simply about individuals who submit requests and applications to relationship experts in order to find them a significant other, a spouse, someone they're going to marry. And they put their trust and faith in these experts to find them the individual that they are supposed to be with. Hold on, y'all. Let me move this. Okay, so they put their trust and hope in these experts to find them a significant other. That is the gist of the show. So when the experts do find them a significant other, they contact them and let them know you have been chosen for the show and you are going to be married at first sight. They agree to marry an individual sight unseen at the altar. So the first time they see this person is going to be at the altar when they get married. Now, would I ever do it? No. Because I ain't trying to be like, oh my God, I'm excited. And then I turn the corner to walk down the aisle and now I see Eeyore or Flavor Flav standing at the end. And I know that loving a person and getting to know a person, everything is based off of more than just looks, right? It's not all about looks, but I do have to be attracted to you just a little bit, maybe a lot of bit, in order for the relationship to even get past just the physical. You know what I'm saying? And that is true for men and women alike. You do have to really be attracted to somebody. So we are going to get into a couple. I'm not going to review the whole show, but we're going to talk about Lauren and Orion. So if y'all have been watching the show, Lauren is an African-American woman. Ryan is a Native American man. The experts decided they both would be a good fit and match based off of their background that they gave the experts and things of that nature. So they put them together, they married one another, and now fast forward, they are at their honeymoon. And I discussed this in one of my other videos, is a snippet of them as well. And so they're at the honeymoon and it got brought up some heated conversation. Now I'm not going to say the derogatory terminology. I'm just going to get the letter. So Lauren asks Orion, have you ever said the N-word? We all know what the N-word means, right? We should. Orion responds that he has said it in the past through some rap songs that he used to sing along with. And he said it so much so that the family had to check him and say, hey, you don't need to be saying that. Lauren then says, you know, I'm going to give you grace. Let me punch you for my ancestors. And she does a little punch to him and everything. So Lauren says that she does not feel like you should say any derogatory language to another culture. And Orion says he agrees. He said terms like, I'm going to say R. But I'm going to say it because I'm not calling that culture of people anything. And if any Native Americans do come across my channel, I'm not calling you that. I'm simply just releasing what happened with this couple. So he said, like the term redskin. Have you ever said that? And she was like, no, I never said it. I don't know what it means. She looked at his face and she said, oh gosh, I just looked at your face. And she kind of chuckled a little bit. And he felt offended by what she said. Now, that is the speed up. That has caught you all up to what has happened. So Orion felt really offended by what it is that she said. She told him, I apologize. I did not mean to say that. That was in poor taste. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Blah, blah, blah. They move on past it, or so we thought. They move on past it. Then we get to the following episode. Orion then says that, or in that same episode, Orion then says he needs some time. He needs some time to really get over this, because even though she apologized and he said that it was okay, it's not really okay. He's having a hard time moving past it. So he needs some time. He takes about 2 hours to himself, and Lauren goes off and she does something else. So then fast forward to the episode in question, and this is the episode that is very controversial, which is the last episode that we watch on Married at First Sight, if you watch it. So Lauren and Orion, they met with a couple of the counselors, the therapists, the experts, and they are trying to figure out how to get their marriage back on track. Orion is saying he doesn't know if he can forgive her for what was said. Lauren has said that she has apologized till she's blue in the face, and she has. She's apologized to him. She's apologized in front of other couples. She has done a whole R. Kelly apology tour, okay? And it's still not enough for Orion. He's just cannot give her grace. He cannot get past what she said, even though she said she's sorry and it will never happen again on that terms. So now Lauren got mad. Lauren said, you know what? I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of saying I'm sorry. She took off her ring. She said she wanted a divorce, and she was just over it. Now, keep in mind, she was angry when she said that, and Orion, though, took it to heart. When they met with the experts, he told the expert, she said she wanted a divorce. She said she doesn't really want a divorce. She said that she said that in the moment of anger. She was angry, and so she said that because Orion won't get past what she said. So Orion says they're about to leave the resort. Fast forward, they're about to leave their honeymoon. They're about to go back to live together and begin the real life. They're standing there with the other couples, and Lauren looked drained. She looked really, really drained. And Orion is saying, we've had some hiccups, but we're working through it. And Lauren says, no, we have more than hiccups. We have had roller coasters, hills and valleys. It has not been a good experience on this honeymoon because of something that I said and that I apologize for. See, Lauren puts the stuff on Front Street. Orion tries to manipulate the situation and hold back and not really say what's going on. So Lauren and Orion, they get back to the States. They go into their apartment together. I don't know why, but they did. And they met with one of the therapists, Dr. Pia. And Dr. Pia is basically saying, you know, what's going on? And can you move past this, Orion? And he is basically saying he can't move past it. Right? And then, but before Dr. Pia came, he had texted Lauren and he said to her, you know, I want to work on the marriage. Basically, I want to give it a chance. Okay. And then Lauren says, okay, well, let's, you know, press the rewind button. Let's start over. Let's work on it. Let's act like nothing will never happen and everything. Then he turns around hours later and says that he doesn't want to be married to her, but he wants to continue on in the process. Sir, this is called Married at First Sight. The process is being married. What do you mean? What process are you trying to continue on to? So they meet with Dr. Pia. Fast forward, they meet with Dr. Pia. She's saying, can you get past it? Orion is saying he cannot get past it, but Lauren is saying she's confused because he texts her one thing saying to reset, then he texts her again saying he wants to just do the process and he does not want to stay married to her. And he's just sending her through a head spin in a whirlwind. Dr. Pia is saying maybe y'all should try to reset again. Maybe y'all should really try to spend time with each other, work on it. She's trying to keep them from getting a divorce. Orion then says, you know, I just can't move past it. So Dr. Pia says, well, do you want a divorce? Orion says, yes, I want a divorce. Of course, we already knew that. Lauren, she asked Lauren what she wants, and Lauren was like, it really doesn't care. If he wants a divorce, he doesn't want to be with me, then what does it matter? Dr. Pia goes ahead and says, it does matter what you want. Lauren says, well, I don't want a divorce, but he doesn't want to stay married to me, so what can I do? So, of course, they get a divorce. They've only been married on this show for 8 days, and they have already gotten a divorce because Orion could not get past what Lauren had said. Now, that is all of what's caught up. Y'all are caught up with what is going on with Lauren and Orion. Now, let me get my stuff off my chest. This is my rant. That's what happened. My mom always told me be anxious for nothing. She said be anxious for nothing. She would tell me that almost my whole life. Be anxious for nothing. That's a scripture. It has another part of the scripture as well. But the main part that my mom wanted to drill into me was be anxious for nothing, right? Don't be anxious. Because I will always be like, I got to do this, I got to do that. I got to do this, I got to do that. I want that, I want this, and blah, blah, blah. I will always just be so anxious. And some of the time, my anxiousness was a good thing because it got me in some good places. And some of the time, my anxiousness was a bad thing because it got me in some bad places. And my message to women out there or men out there who are in a relationship with somebody, be anxious for nothing. Do not dumb yourself down and make yourself look crazy just because you want to save face and be with somebody. Like who likes you. I've said this before in another video. Like who likes you. Deal with who likes you. Work on a relationship who wants to work on a relationship with you. Do not be anxious to be with somebody. Lauren is very much anxious to be with Orion because she wants to be married. Like a lot of women. You know, we all want that marriage. We all want that day when we can walk down the aisle and have our dress and everyone's like, ooh and all of that. Most women want that. Some women don't. Some women are happy with being single and they never want to be married, and that's great for them. But then some women want that, and I think Lauren is one of those women that do want that. And unfortunately, the experts hooked her up with a man-child. Because I'm about to go in on Orion because he's not about to sit up here and have her out here in these streets looking crazy. So unfortunately, she got hooked up with a bad person. Is Lauren excused? No, she did a joke. It was in poor taste. She did say that she was sorry. She did apologize. She did not call him a redskin, but she did kind of chuckle and say, oh, you have sunburn, so I kind of can put two and two together. Okay, so she did a joke in poor taste. She apologized for it over and over and over again. It was ridiculous how much she apologized, and it still wasn't good enough for Orion. And you want to know why, Orion, I feel like it wasn't good enough for you? Because I feel like you played for the other team. There, I said it, cat's out the bag. I feel like Orion plays for the other team because remember in the first episode of Married at First Sight, if you watch it, he said he went on a date with a guy and a guy tried to kiss him on the date. What man that doesn't play for the other team is going on a date with another guy and then tries to kiss him? Because I believe the kiss actually went forward. Okay, he realized probably during this process that he really does want to be with the other team. And only in order for him to get out of it, he had to have something happen so that Lauren could look like the enemy, you know. So then people would say, oh, I see why he wants to be out of this marriage, because she said something that he can't get over, and that's understandable. No, I believe he didn't want to be married to her anymore because he plays for the other team and he really wanted to live in his truth. And because he is such a punk and he could not admit it to Lauren that that's what he really wants, he goes on this tangent about her saying some racial derogatory slur against his culture. When, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't Orion say that he said the N-word? Isn't Lauren an African-American woman? Didn't he say he said it so much that his family had to check him? But she didn't hold him to the fire. Because if it was me and I heard he said that, not just said it one time, I would want to know. So if we get in an argument, are you going to call me the N-word? What song were you listening to that caused you to say the N-word? How many times have you said it? When did you last say it? I would have drilled him just like she drilled him when he said that sex was off of the table. But she didn't, because she wanted to turn up, but not so much because she wanted to keep her husband. He had her out in these streets painting a picture of her that I do not believe that is who she really is. He had her looking like a racist person. He had her looking like an angry black woman. He even went and said a comment such as, oh, every time I talk to her about something, she gets from 0 to 100 and she gets all this and that. She even responded to Dr. Pia and she said, I don't just get like that. I get like that because of an action that was done to me. It's a reaction to an action. Just like if someone steps on your foot or slaps you or does something crazy, you're just not going to be like, oh, please don't do that. No, if you're mad at somebody, you're going to get a little animated. You're going to get a little angry. And I think that's what Lauren did, and rightfully so. Orion deserves for her to turn up on him. He been gaslighting her, manipulating her the whole time they've been on this show, judging her. They had dinner on one of the episodes and she revealed to him that she had sex 2 months ago, and this was before the process. Now, she had applied for the process, but she had not known if she was picked yet. So Orion, what's she supposed to do? Live like Mother Teresa? She went and she slept with somebody. Okay, granted. Orion says when he found out he was chosen, he ain't sleep with nobody. He hadn't slept with nobody in a year. Probably because you've been struggling with your sexuality, sir. And this is just my opinion, and this is allegedly, ain't nothing I say the gospel, but this is my observation from what I'm seeing. He said he ain't slept with nobody in a year. So because Lauren had slept with somebody 2 months ago before she knew you, before she got married, now all of a sudden you judging her and saying, oh, well, I don't want to sleep with you. Sex is off the table. And then he backpedals even on that. He says, oh, I didn't mean that. He has been backpedaling with her, not giving her grace, doing the most, making her look crazy on the screen. She is completely broken. She has been on here crying, trying to understand, wanting to work at it, the whole nine. I think because she feels like if she doesn't work at it, maybe her family will be like, see, girl, I told you so, don't go on that show and do that. Or maybe she feels like she'll be a failure, or whatever she feels. But Orion is not giving her the same grace that he wants from her. And you know why? Because he's not attracted to her. He doesn't really want to be with her. Lauren, this is to you. Be anxious for nothing. Nothing. Be anxious for nothing. Pray about what you want. Seek God's face about what you want in a man. And this goes out to Lauren and anybody else that is in this situation, anybody in a relationship. Seek God. Tell him what you want. Make your requests known and sit back and watch God give you the person that you want, and don't be anxious to be with somebody. It is okay if it takes a little longer for you to get married. It's okay if it takes a little longer for you to find your person or for God to see you your person. It's okay. Don't be anxious for it. If a guy is not treating you great, if a woman is not treating you great, cut the person off. You don't have to be with them. Be anxious for nothing, not even a relationship. You can be alone, but not be lonely. Sometimes a single life is an actually good life. You can travel. You ain't got to answer to nobody. You can go and live your life and have a good time doing it until the person comes along that you feel like you want to share your life with. But I feel like Lauren got painted a bad picture on this show, but all because Orion could not give her grace. And Orion is out here got a bad picture of his own on himself, all because of the way he is treating Lauren. And it's not fair. It's not right. So my let's talk about it segment, y'all, is be anxious for nothing. Not even a relationship, featuring Lauren and Orion from Married at First Sight. Y'all drop in the comments and tell me what y'all think about their relationship. Tell me if I'm on point with the being anxious for nothing. Drop in the comments anything you want. We can talk about it. Please, 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 I implore you, be respectful in the comments. Please do not use any derogatory or racist terms or language, because I will block you. Or I will remove the comment, y'all. So again, please like, comment, and subscribe. And this has been my Let's Talk About It segment. Until we meet again, y'all. Bye.